When you're an attractive person, there will be some people who will respond to you poorly. Like when they first meet you, even before getting to know you, they just don't like you. And it's because of how you look. There is a psychological reasoning to this that I'm going to get into. And there's also a spiritual reasoning to this that I'm going to get into as well. For the psychological reason, the reason someone will hate you right when they first meet you because of your attractiveness, it's because you're bruising their ego. Your looks, especially if you couple that with a good personality and good energy, your presence challenges and threatens people's self-esteem and their self-worth. The reason for that is in the society that we're in today, most people don't find validation within themselves. Most people don't have self-love. The majority of people find validation through control and through hierarchy. And people who operate in hierarchy, they're always in comparison and they're competitive. For the people who operate and navigate their world this way, it's so easy to feel inferior because there's always going to be someone better than you. There's always going to be someone prettier, someone with a better body. There's always going to be someone with more money, more status, more social currency. So when people operate in hierarchy, and they're constantly in comparison and comparing themselves to someone to see if they're better than them or whatever, it's so easy to always feel inferior, and this will eventually cause a lot of emotional pain. People in society have this type of mindset, and on top of that, most people don't go for their goals. Most people don't do the work to become someone that they're proud of. So you have people who operate in hierarchy, so they're always comparing themselves to others, and they're also not doing the work to become someone that they're proud of. So there's a lot of people out here who are crippled with insecurity and they're not doing anything about it. So when you're in the presence of people with this type of mindset, your presence is like holding up a mirror to them. You are reminding to them how they truly feel about themselves, despite how much they try to hide it. And you remind to them the parts of themselves that they've neglected and let go. You might be thinking, oh my God, that is so shallow. People are going to hate you and feel this way because of how you look. Let me tell you something. Humans are very superficial. As much as they don't want to admit that, the world that we live in is shallow and superficial. Looks absolutely matter. There is a reason why the beauty industry is a billion-dollar industry. Beauty has always been currency since the dawn of time. Now, is beauty everything? No, it's not. But it does hold a lot of weight. Now let's get more into the spiritual side of it. When you're someone who's attractive or someone who possesses beauty, you shine really bright. And as much as people don't want to admit it, beauty is a blessing. This is actually a gift from God. Beauty isn't the only thing that makes you shine bright. There are other things. It could be your energy, it could be your personality, it could be your God-given gifts. Maybe you have some talents, whatever it is. There are people on this earth who just shine brightly. When you're someone who shines brightly, you're gonna irritate certain people. The thing with humans is we're not all sunshines and rainbows, okay? There are many different sides to us. And when you shine bright, you cast a light onto their shadow. You cast a light on the parts of themselves that they hide, the parts of themselves that they don't like, the parts of themselves that they've neglected, parts of themselves that they're just not proud of. People who haven't done the work to really get to know themselves at a really deep level and they haven't got in touch with their shadow, people like this don't have genuine self-love for themselves. Because to have genuine self-love, you have to look at the parts of yourself that you may not like. You have to look at the parts of yourself and maybe admit to yourself, wow, I've been lazy, or wow, I don't do anything about my insecurities. You know what I mean? People would rather hide it than come to terms with themselves that there's parts of themselves that they actually want to improve or parts of themselves that they hide. You shine brightly and you cast this light on them. As much as they want to hide it, you expose. Most of the time too, this is unconscious. So when you shine very brightly like this, your light irritates them, and because they haven't done the inside work, they don't even know why. And when people don't know why your presence irritates them, they're gonna nitpick you and look for reasons why they don't like you. To bring this all together, the bottom line is because of human nature, people who are insecure or who haven't worked on themselves or they're not proud of themselves, they typically respond poorly to people with attractiveness and beauty with jealousy and spite. Am I saying every single person will hate you because of your attractiveness and beauty? No, that's not what I'm saying, but I'm saying this is an actual thing. This does happen, and there's also studies that back this up. If you're an attractive person and you happen to experience something like this, what I do recommend is before you come to the conclusion that someone may just be insecure and they're jealous or whatever, before coming to that conclusion, always check yourself first. Before I come to this type of conclusion, I always like to check me first, and I like to check if there's any other possibilities as to why this person may be responding negatively towards me. Same time, I am not going to ignore the signs. If I'm seeing any signs from their behaviors or their body language or even from their face, like any type of jealousy or competition or anything like that, I don't ignore that. Video is getting long, but if you do have any questions, let me know in the comments and I'll make a part 3.